The swimsuit issue of Sports Illustrated is out. We know Danny's happy. Danny, I take it you renewed your subscription to Sports Illustrated this
I don't
year.
have a subscription, Matthew. It's cold out there. It's nice to see beaches.
Can you explain what the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue is? I know it sounds like it's related to sports, and maybe it is.
Sports Illustrated is the biggest sports magazine in the United States, if not in the world. And every wintertime, they come out with an issue now for over 50 years where they show models on the beaches around the world showing off the latest swimsuits.
For 50 years. Is this for guys who are over 50 years old, or is this for...
I think Sports Illustrated has made an effort now to have women subscribers as well. They're showing women athletes in the recent issues, but I think it's mostly for athletes and mostly for men.
And what does it say something about the sports business or the magazine business that it's the most successful issue of the year in the world of sports?
It's enormous. It takes about, 10% of all of the revenue coming from Sports Illustrated. They now have movies, videos showing the shooting of the issue, and they actually have rookies, which would mean first-year models who are coming on the show.
This brings us to a slightly related question, Danny, which is, in sports, can money buy happiness? Can money buy success? Do you believe that if you're a billionaire, which we assume you are, that you could build a successful sports franchise in football and tennis, ice hockey, American football, whatever? Do the two correlate?
If I were a billionaire, the question you want to ask is, why would I buy a sports franchise? Is it for my ego or is it to make money? I think for most of them, it's to make money.
No, most of them it's ego. If they have $1 billion, Danny, they don't need they might like a second billion, but the first billion's the hardest billion to make, right?
I don't know, Matthew. Tell me about it.
The question I'm asking you is if at Man U, at Bayern, at the New York Yankees, Los Angeles Dodgers, can I buy a championship? And I would argue no, you can't. You can get close with money, but money doesn't. Look at let's take the New York Yankees, your beloved New York Yankees. They've had the highest payroll in sports, I bet, not just baseball, sports, for the last 15, 20 years. What do they have to show for it? One World Series.
Well, the question is, what do you do with your money if you have a team? Obviously, you want to win. How do you win? You pay money for the best players.
But you're getting these broken down older guys who were
You're
good.
referring to my Yankees now,
yes.
I can tell.
Okay, A-Rod, you're Alex Rodriguez, known popularly in the United States as A-Rod, sometimes by worse things, suspended for drugs from the sport for a year, 41 years old, paid $25 million, and he's a shell of a player. He can pinch hit a little bit.
Well, one of the arguments for the owners would be if you sign a star for a lot of money, more people are going to come to the game and the television stations will be happy because you have stars.
The team that won the World Series in baseball last year were the Kansas City Royals, which has a payroll of, I think, less than $100 million. Your Yankees, $230 million. How about some of these, the soccer teams at Madrid and Barcelona? They've gotten closer. Maybe in some sports you can buy success and others you can't?
No, I don't think so. But I think you're forgetting the question of endorsements and the question of crowd. You please the crowd by having Alex Rodriguez. Whether you give him a 10-year contract for $25 million a year and he doesn't do that well, fans want to see him. And fans want to come to Manchester City to see big-name players. Obviously, they're happy if they win. They're not happy, as with Chelsea, if they don't win. But it's very difficult to anticipate putting money on a player who could be injured and who could not do well.
Presumably that's why Lloyd's of London insures Beckham's left foot and Beckham's right foot back in the day. But talk to me then about the National Basketball Association. It's a big money league. There's a salary cap, so in a theory, all teams can spend the same amount of money, although I think you can go over the cap and pay a tax. You've got the best team in the sport are the Golden State Warriors, effectively Oakland or San Francisco. I think they're more in Oakland, but Golden State, meaning California, they're winning without the big contracts, without the big money.
They're winning without a big star also. And for those of you who are not basketball fans, Matthew, I encourage you to watch them. It's just fun. They have 5 guys on the court playing their hearts out, who are just enjoying themselves, giving the ball to each other. Because an important thing about money is that the players themselves have to play with other players if it's a team sport. And if you have big stars who are making a huge amount of money, they're interested in their statistics and not necessarily helping the team.
So games and growth. It sounds like the sixth grade basketball team, not the National Basketball Association. So to sum up, money doesn't buy you happiness?
I don't think so. It doesn't buy you a winning team, and the Warriors are a good example of 5 people on the court playing together. They could break the record in the National Basketball Association of the most wins in one season.
And then to follow form, lose in the first round of the playoffs.
I don't think so. They were champions last year, and I think they'll repeat.
That's all the time we have today on Money in Sports. I'm Matthew Stevenson.
I'm Danny Warner.